The fantastic Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy Presidential Jazz Combo directed by Chris Young. Let's hear it up for him. Jazz Combo from Barack Obama. Chris Young, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Buenos dias. On behalf of Leslie Williams, Deputy Chief of the Racial Equity Office, and Dr. Michael Hinojosa, General Superintendent of the Dallas Independent School District, we want to welcome you. We want to welcome you to the 2019 African American Read-In event. We would like to thank all of our special guests, chiefs, deputy chiefs, executive directors. We would like to thank our campus principals for bringing several buses of students and staff members in this chilly weather. Parents, special thanks for allowing your students to participate. Also, please help me thank Lou Smith, principal of F.D. Roosevelt High School. The entire staff at Kimball High School has been very cordial and helpful in assisting this entire week for this event. So let's give it up for Kimball. Lou Smith. Please stand up, sir. It's Mr. Lou Smith in the house. Back there. Let's give it up. Thank you, sir, to your entire staff. My name is Anthony Gutierrez, and I will be your master of ceremony for today's event. Would you please stand for posting of the colors by the Carter High School Color Guard and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem, followed by the Black National Anthem. Now, for your convenience, the lyrics of both songs followed by are on the back of the page, followed by your program.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won.
Let's thank the David W. Carter High School Color Guard, directed by Sergeant Frank Sheets. Oh, my apologies.
Seat, colors. Present, off. Order, off. Halt. Ready, off. Center, face. Right, face. Forward, march.
I think I'm good now. All right, here we go. Let's thank the David W. Carter High School Color Guard, directed by Sergeant Frank Sheets, and the David W. Carter High School Choir, directed by Mr. Demetrius Ethley. A round of applause, please. You can please be seated. I'm sorry. The African American Read-In is hosted by the Racial Equity Office in collaboration with the three of our school board trustees. Each district is represented by the outstanding students, principals, teachers, chaperones, and parents from Dr. Blackburn District 5. Round of applause. Ms. Foreman, the middle section, District 6. Come on, give it up, give it up. Mr. Henry, District 9, elementary school. The theme for this year is Poetry and Literature in Motion. The goal is to promote a love of reading, celebrate various cultures, and support diverse learners. Now, let's welcome again the fabulous Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy Presidential Jazz Combo. The fabulous Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy Presidential Jazz Combo. We would like to acknowledge the principal of students from 3 schools that had the highest number of students registered for today for the African American Read-In. From School Board Trustee Foreman Schools, we would like to present Raising Cane's food gift cards to the students at Adele Turner Elementary. Grades 3, 4, 5. Mr. Michael Nixon, principal, would you please stand? Mr. Michael Nixon. Okay, we appreciate you. Thank you, ma'am. Adele Turner. From School Board Trustee Blackburn Schools, we would like to present some Raising Cane's food gift cards to the students from, drum roll, CF Carr Elementary, K through 5. Miss Carlotta Hooks, principal, please stand. Awesome, awesome. From School Board Trustee Henry Schools, we would like to present some Raising Cane's food gift cards to the students at Rufus Burleson Elementary, 3 through 5. Ms. LaJoyce Johnson, principal, please stand. Congratulations. Now, with further ado, we'd like to introduce to you the guest speaker, Mr. Alejandro Perez. Mr. Alejandro Perez.
Hello, beautiful people. How you doing? I said, how you doing? All right, my name is Alejandro Perez Jr., a.k.a. Alex, a.k.a. Biddy, a.k.a. Dirty Red, a.k.a. Cadillac. Depending on what carnation you met me in, you might have saw me doing different things in my life. And I'm here to speak with you today about poetry and literature in motion. So how I'm going to do that is real simple. I'm going to incorporate you into what it is we're doing. So when I say I am, you're going to say poetry and literature in motion. Let's see if you can do that. I am. When I say life is, you will also say poetry and literature in motion. Let's see if you can do that. Life is. And when I say we are, you will also say poetry and literature in motion. Let's try that. We are. One more time for the mind. I am. Life is. We are. Remember that when you walk every day, everywhere that you go. Now, before I ask you to do more things for me, I want you to know a little bit about myself. Now, I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas. Oak Cliff, that's my hood. Put it in your face, get that understood. Ayy. And I rep the D. I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas. I went to John Ely Bryan. John Ely Bryan said that. Oh, yeah. I went to John Ely Bryan. I went to John W. Carpenter. Then I went back to John Ely Bryan. I see you clapping over there, too. All right. And then I went back to Oliver Wendell Holmes. Are y'all in the building? Went to Oliver Wendell Holmes, and then I graduated from Roosevelt High School. So I wanted y'all to know that about me. Now, it's really interesting. My mom married a guy who was an Afro-Boricua, Puerto Riqueño. His name was Alejandro Perez. And he was actually born in Juncos, Puerto Rico. Now, real quick, my mom, she was the oldest of 6. If you are the oldest sibling in your house, raise your hand. I want to say real quick, bless you for the seat that you hold. Because my mama was the oldest of 6, she had to take care of folk. Now, real quick, my father was the youngest of 13 in an Afro-Latino family. If you are the youngest, raise your hand. Real talk, I'm a little bit jealous of who you are, but this is just me telling my truth in real time. Now, my mom and dad had very mirroring stories. My mom, at the age of 20, she was like, Mama, I'm tired of looking out for everybody. You didn't let me go off and sing like I wanted to do. I need to leave. I need to find my way. So she jumped on the plane, and she ended up in Hanau, Germany. Now, my dad was a little different. He was 24 years old before he left the house, and he told his mom, he's like, Mommy, Yeah, I mean, boy, I have to leave. I need to go out and find my own way. I'm tired of you guys doing everything for me. So at 24, he jumped on a plane and ended up in Hanau, Germany. Now, my mom told me if I told you this story, I have to make sure that I got it right. So my mom said it had been a long day at the barracks, and she was having girl times, sipping and tipping, having girl time at the barracks. What was she doing? Having what? Girl time. What was she having? Girl time. And she saw this man walk across the courtyard in all his glory. And she said, girl, he is fine. And I was like, She said all the homegirls were just like laughing. Y'all laugh real loud, laugh. She said, shh, wait a minute, y'all, wait a minute. Y'all don't hear that? Y'all don't hear that? They were like, girl, what are you talking about? She said, that's gonna be my husband. She went out and introduced herself as Corner Fields from the South. He introduced himself as Alejandro Perez. And when you put a Corner Fields with an Alejandro Perez, you get an Alejandro Perez Jr., y'all. That's how I got here. And that's my story. Y'all can clap for that right quick. Now, real quick, I want you to do me a favor to honor my mother, who wasn't able to speak how she wanted to speak in the home. I want you to put up your right hand, like so. And I want you to repeat these words after me. Say, my voice has power to speak my truth and share my light. Now, in honor of my father's tongue, I want you to put your left hand up. And I want you to say this in español, por favor. Se dice, mi voz tiene poder para hablar mi verdad y combatir mi luz. Now I need you to shake out both hands like so. And now we're going to wake up the right and the left brain, and we're going to bring it back and forth. We're going to go right, then left, right? Everybody say, my voice, mi voz, has power, tiene poder to speak, para hablar my truth, mi verdad, and share, y compartir my light, mi luz, my light, mi luz, my light, mi luz, light, loose, light, loose, light, loose, light, loose, light, loose. We're going to keep it light and loose in here, y'all. Give yourselves a hand for being present. Now, real quick, I want to get a little bit more comfortable on stage. I'm going to remove these garments if you don't mind. I want you to put your hands in front of your body. And I want you to look at them like they're brand new. Put your hands in front of your body, and I want you to speak these words over your hands like you mean it. And when you speak, you have to speak with authority so that these things go out into the universe and create a ripple. I want you to say, with these hands, I shall do great things. With these hands, I shall do great things. Now this time, when you speak over your hands, you have to speak over your hands like you're telling your hands a secret. You're going to say, with these hands, I shall do great things. Now from this moment forward, every time you hear the word clap, you need to clap your hands. But see, y'all already let the word clap pass by 3 times, so you really wasn't with me. We're going to try this again. I said, from this moment forward, every time you hear the word clap, every time you hear the word clap, just clap one time so it works. Clap. Clap. So every time you hear the word clap, you need to clap your hands. Now the word hands is not clap. So I'm going to try this one more time. From this moment forward, every time you need, see, I ain't even said nothing. We're going to try this again. I said, from this moment forward, every time you hear the word clap, you need to clap your hands. We're going to try to move forward. Now, if you're really paying attention to the word clap, when I spell C-L-A-P, clap, C-L-A-P, clap, C-L-A-P, clap, C-L-A-W. See, you weren't really paying attention there. I said C-L-A-W, C-L-A-P, C-L-A-P, clap. Now, if you focus, you can clap to the rhythm and clap to the beat and clap to the vibe while you're sitting in your seats and clap, clap, clap if you're concentrating and clap, clap, clap if you're participating and clap, clap, clap if you know you are alive and clap, clap, clap because we have the right vibe. Give yourself a hand. I am. No, you forgot what you were supposed to say already. I thought y'all was here. Y'all supposed to say poetry and literature in motion. Let's try this again. I am. Life is. We are. So everything you do, how you move, how you speak, how you connect with people is poetry and literature and motion. But you have to know this. Now, in real time, I'm going to activate your bodies. And I have one little rule to follow. When my rhythm stops, your rhythm is going to drop. I said when my rhythm, your rhythm's going to. When my rhythm, your rhythm's going to. Now, I want to make sure you're paying attention. So let's see if we can do this in real time. Y'all know y'all went too early. Let's try this again. Okay, I think I have you with me. Now that we warmed our bodies up, I need you to warm your vocals up. So everybody take a deep breath and then blow it out. Then take a deep breath, then blow it out. This time I want you to feel your lungs and your belly up. Deep breath and blow it out. Same rules apply. With my melody, your melody. With my melody, your melody. All right, let's see if we can do this in real time. I love y'all so much. Here we go. And this is in honor of one of my personal heroes, Cab Calloway. If you don't know who he is, you need to look him up. You need to read about his story and how he engaged peoples of all walks of life because it means so much to me. Here we go in real time. Adi, 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 adi. Adi, 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 oh. Adi-dee-dee. Say, ha, 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 ho, ha, ho, ha, ho, adi, adi, odi, odi, oh. Adi-dee-dee. Say, say, ho, 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 ho. Say, ha, 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 ha. Say, ooh. Say, ah. Hey, 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 ha. Say, we are ready. Say we can feel the vibe. Say we are ready. Say we can vibe as one tribe. Deep breath in. Blow it out. Deep breath in. Blow it out. Deep breath in. And blow it out. Now, my great-great-grandmother, her name was Grace C. Fields. She took me to church at Greater Mount Olive, and she was very, very destined to make me speak in front of people. And I was definitely afraid of speaking in front of people because it gave me the heebie-jeebies. How many of y'all think y'all can just come up here and stand on the stage in front of people? See, some of y'all are brave, but do y'all know something? Put your hands down. You know the number one fear in the world is what? Public speaking. Public speaking. And I didn't know that my great-grandmother was trying to prepare me for something great. But she made me get up on stage, and I'm going to recite to you the first poem she made me state in front of a bunch of people. And she wrote it for me to say. And it happened to be an Easter Sunday. Now, how many of y'all know about Easter Sundays? All right, put your hands down. So, at the end of the poem, I want you to use your inference skills. I want you to pay attention to the syllabology and the reference of the poem, and I want to see if you can finish it with me. Happy Easter. Now just listen. You're going to help me finish it, remember? We are here to celebrate. The one who rose on Easter Day. I'm not the pastor nor the preacher. I'm just here to say, Happy Easter. Put your hands together. Now, that was the first poem I ever recited in front of a group of people. But what really got me is after I recited the poem, everyone in the congregation erupted with applause. But what I heard on top of that applause was my grandmama saying, all right, baby, you better let them use you. And when you have somebody in your corner supporting you and making you want to do, it encourages you to speak out. And I had little seeds like that in my life. Now, the next seed I'm going to plant with you is a little bit different. You see, my mom and my dad, they split when I was 5 years old. So when they split, it left a little hole in my heart. And I was lucky to have a teacher. Her name was Miss D. Ford. And Miss D. Ford said, students, I'm going to give you an assignment today. Your assignment is to write a poem, but your poem must be a metaphor. That means I don't want to know exactly what it is you're talking about, but I need you to phrase it in such a way that I get the deeper meaning of what you're talking about. And I was like, I'm really sad about my dad and my mom separating. So I wrote this poem, and I presented it to her. And after class, she called me to her desk, and she said, Alejandro, I'm really disappointed in you. And I clutched my chest. She said, I asked you to write a poem, and you brought a poem here that it clearly must be plagiarized. And I almost cried. My heart was hurting. My eyes were swelling with tears. And I was like, Miss D. Ford, I didn't plagiarize that poem. I was writing about my mom and my dad. And when she saw the tears streaming down my face, she said, I'm so sorry. I did not know that you wrote this poem. And tomorrow, I'm going to ask the class to listen to you read this poem. And if you do me a favor, would you honor me by reading it to the class? And I was like, I will. So the next day, I was nervous as all get out. I had butterflies in my stomach. I didn't know what to do. I felt so afraid. But I went with courage in my spirit. I was prayed up like my grandmama said. I was like, Lord, help me do this because I'm scared. And she called me to the front of the class, and I recited the poem. And the poem is called Love and Hate. And it went, love, hate, eternal love mates, fighting, breaking up, coming back together for a new day. Without one, there is no other. Love is a woman, and hate is her lover. The class looked, and they began to clap. And that was the second seed for me. And I knew I had something with this poetry, but I just wasn't sure about it. And then I got to 5th grade. How many of you all are in 5th grade? Raise your hand if you're in 5th grade. Put your hands down. That's where I met my favorite teacher in the whole wide world. Her name was Miss Rowland. Everybody say, Miss Rowland. Mrs. Rowland. Mrs. Rowland. Thank you. I threw a kiss to the heavens because I went back to try to find Miss Rowland, and Miss Rowland had passed on. But she left a seed in my heart right here because Mrs. Rowland voted me, a little black baby from Oak Cliff, most likely to succeed. She saw something in me. And I didn't know that her seeing me as someone important was going to affect my life like it did. But in 5th grade, Mrs. Rowland used to read to us every single day after lunch. It made my imagination hungry. It made my imagination thirsty for more information. It made me want to be creative. And then there was an oratorical contest that came around that year. And she, unbeknownst to me, put me in it. And she said, Alejandro. And I'm like, yes, Miss Rowland. You know there's an oratorical contest coming around? I was like, yes, Miss Rowland. She was like, well, you know, I put your name in as a contestant. And I was like, okay. And she said, I have just a perfect poem for you. And she said that I was going to be reciting a poem by Langston Hughes. Everybody say, Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes. Now, Langston Hughes was a Renaissance man, multilingual African-American with such a presence. And he was born in 1902. He passed away in 1967. But the poem that I was given was called Dreams. Now, if you've heard this poem before, you know why it means so much to me now. Because I'm walking in a dream. I'm standing in my dream. And I was pushed forward by many people who planted seeds into me. So here it goes. It's called Dreams by Langston Hughes. Hold fast to dreams. For if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams. For if dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. So remember, young people, hold fast to dreams because your dreams mean something. Your mind does matter. Your life is important. So when I say, I am poetry and literature in motion, life is. We are. I am. Life is. We are. Now, I want to close by doing this for you all. And I didn't submit it to the manifest, but I feel like you are so worthy of this moment. And I'm going to bless you with poetry and literature in motion as it relates to me. So if I can do to say, yeah. If I can do to say, already. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the microphone. I'm going to need you to be absolutely quiet. formulas to create stable environments. Retirement, never a pivotal option. Only a place to never to overexert, but to achieve balancement. Talent spent, tactful on collaborative concentration, combining elements of mind, time, likeness of being, and green illumination. This can be more clearly described as fertile ground to bring forth the flowers in June, only to be consumed as rosemary tea, relaxing me naturally. African personalities are rainbows of colorful beings waiting to be born, to build foundations that stand still in the stillness of this abyss of syrupy, sweet butter dripping, salsa bathing, biscuits under the light. As mommy prepares the seeds for today, autumn leaves fall and call for father time, winter to enter, but the barrenness that surrounds us is so still. But still, she turns and burns more energy. She jumps up and springs forth with new foliage. Reminds the mindful to reap, plant seeds. To reap, plant seeds. To reap, plant seeds. If you too will to sow. And then she is still again, awaiting the passing heat of the summer. Just one more number, and they are together again. We too will become still. So I leave you with this. I am. Life is. We are. Repeat after me. My voice has power to speak my truth and share my life. Mi voz tiene poder para hablar mi verdad y compartir mi luz. Thank you.
All right, young people, let's give Mr. Perez another big hand. And I want to say to you, sir, you are everything they told me, everything they said. You're everything that they said. So thank you very much for coming. But let's give him another big hand. I mean, that was just outstanding. Motivational speaker. Okay. But I would like to introduce or really acknowledge a couple of people who went the extra mile to be here today. And we want Chief Jack Kalenic to stand. This chief, one of our chiefs in Dallas ISD, the technology department. And we have our deputy chief, Sharon Quinn, that's here. All right, okay. All right, and these are people who are very, very busy, and they do a lot of things that have a positive impact on your daily lives at school. All right, so therefore we want to thank them for coming. All right, and then we made the correction, but I want to make sure we have we thank Mr. Lou Smith, the principal of the Justin F. Kimball High School, for allowing us to use his campus. All right, those Kimball Knights. All right, but I was asked to come to introduce three of the hardest working people in the city of Dallas. And young people, you've probably heard of school board trustees, and I don't know how much you know. But folks, I'm just letting you know, I've been in the district for a long, long time. And these are people who make decisions. They fight for you on a weekly basis. And a lot of the positive things that are happening in the Dallas ISD is because we have 9 trustees, but we have 3 here today of the trustees and our superintendent and the chiefs working together. So I'm going to let them come as they will. And first, I'm going to introduce Dr. Lou Blackburn of District 5. And then we have Ms. Joyce Foreman of District 6. and Mr. Justin Henry of District 9. And we'll let them come in that order.
So I'm going to try to flip. And then I'm going to try to split. And then someone's going to call 911. Because I can't flip, I can't split. And my little grandkids over here can attest to that. Is that right, Hannah? Come here, Hannah. I need some support. I can't be up here by myself. I'm scared. Hannah's my little 1.5-year-old, and I wanted her to be here with me so that, because I want her to get used to learning about reading. Okay, Hannah, come on. Hannah's gonna hear Papa, okay? So, students, I want you to know that as a student here in Dallas, now I didn't go to elementary school in Dallas, but I did go to Holmes. And I did finish from Roosevelt. So I'm always glad when our students are having an opportunity to do things like this. Now, we know that you have a motivational speaking. We have a lot of other things. We got the musicians down here. We want you to have fun, but it's all about reading. It's all about getting a book at home that you can read. Little Hannah has a book already. My other grandkids over here, I buy them books occasionally, and sometimes I give them book gift cards, and we'll go to Barnes & Nobles, and I'll let them pick out their own book. And sometimes I buy books for them to read because I want them to read about certain things. This past Christmas, I bought books for my 2 oldest grandkids called Becoming by Michelle Obama. And I encouraged them to read the book. I also incentivized them to read the book because I told them for every page that they finish, I'll give them 25 cents. 25 cents for every page. If they had it finished by Christmas, they didn't quite make it. So I said, if you get it finished by the end of the year, I give you 15 cents a page. They didn't quite make it. But I think they're on their way. They're on their way. But the main thing is that they had a chance to read. So all the students in here who have, oh, you want to talk? Say hello. Okay, she'll get her speech after a while. Everyone here who has a book at home of their own, raise your hand. You have books at home that belongs to you. Okay, does anybody not have books at home? Okay, those of you who do not have a book at home, can you make sure they get a double dose? Okay, so everybody's going to take books home because I want you to not only read at school, I also want you to read at home, okay? Okay, Hannah's a little bit shy today, but I want Hannah to just say hello to everybody. Wave, Hannah. Just wave at them. Just wave, say hi. Just say hi. You gonna say hi? Go ahead. What? Okay, okay, Hannah says hi. Hannah says she wants you to have a great day today, and I'll be looking forward to all of you having a great day and taking books home to read. And now for my colleague from District 6, the incomparable George Foreman.
Good morning. You know, it's just really exciting for me because one of the things that we talk about a lot is opportunities for children to find out about themselves and others. And this is a great opportunity through reading. But I hadn't thought about this until Alejandro did it a little while ago. I will not jump, I will not split, I will not do anything. But what I will do is I want 3 students, one from District 5, District 6, and District 9. District 6, come up here. District 9, come up here. District 5, I want 3 students. Come on. Come quickly. Come quickly. So, for my time, I want these students to introduce themselves to you and tell what schools you're from. Come on, baby. I said 3, but 4 is okay. Come on, I can't leave my brother out. So I'm going to start here.
My name is Kennedy Mitchell from Adele Turner Elementary School.
My name is Devin Elise Jackson from Rufus C. Burlington Elementary School.
My name is Cameron Williams from Travis. My name is DeMarco Whitaker from Claire Oliver.
Okay, now you can take your seats. The reason I did that, you can take your seats. The reason I did that is that one of the greatest fears is for our students to get up and present themselves. And I always want you to be comfortable in who you are and what you are. And through reading, you get a greater opportunity to know who you are and to know who others are. Thank you for coming to District 6 for this great event, and I look forward to seeing you in some of your individual sessions to continue this dialogue.
Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes. So my name is Justin Henry. I am the school board trustee for District 9. I want to thank, there we go. I want to thank Trustee Foreman for hosting this in our district. I want to thank Kimball High School for allowing us to come to this great institution, which has been serving our community for many, 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 many years. I want to take an opportunity to thank my colleagues, both Trustee Foreman and Trustee Blackburn, who've been advocating for kids and students of color for years, and they continue to do that every day. If you watch any board meeting, you'll see that. I want to thank you, Dr. Leslie Williams, for organizing this through the Racial Equity Office, and I want to take a moment to thank all the parents and the educators. This is a Saturday for our kids, so they could be somewhere else, you could be doing something else, but you're here supporting our kids and what I think is one of the most important things we could do. For the kids, I want to encourage you to read, and not only about your culture. I think you really need to know who you are, but also read about other cultures. I think too often, and I joke about this, I grew up in Texas, so I could tell you who Davy Crockett was and Jim Bowie and all these folks, but it wasn't until I got home so I learned about Thurgood Marshall and James Baldwin, and I had to get that from my family. It's very important that we learn that in our schools, not only for myself, but for others as well. And I'm not going to speak much longer. I do want to say something. I can't do flips or poetry. He really set the stage. Next year, Mr. Williams, we need to go before him if you don't mind, so we don't have to follow that, because he did a great job. But there is something I tell both I have a daughter who's 6 and a son who's 2 every night before we go to sleep and in the morning. I want to share with you all because I think it's really important you understand within yourself the greatness that you have. So what I tell them, and I'm going to steal a little bit from you, if you could just repeat after me. First thing I tell my daughter and my son in the morning is say, I'm strong. I am courageous. I'm a hard worker. I am beautiful. I have beautiful brown skin. I have beautiful curly hair. I love myself. I love my friends. I love my family. I love my community. And I want you to know that because I want every one of you to know that you have greatness within you. And I'm going to ask you to do one more thing. I want you to turn to your neighbor, left or right, and say, I see greatness in you. I know there's greatness within myself. Let's be great together. So I want to thank you again for your time, for coming here today, emphasizing reading. It's the most important thing you can do to your child. I'm going to sort of talk to the adults now. If there's one thing you can do for a kid every day, and people ask me this, what can I do to support the ISD? What can I do to help your schools? If you can find the time to come to our schools and read, or if you can read to your child 5 to 10 minutes every day, it goes an extremely long way. So thank you again. I'm honored to serve. It's an honor to be in front of you all. Thanks.
Thank you. Let's give another round of applause for our board members. Alejandro Perez, Leslie Williams. We have a very